Oh, so you're telling me that this was actually left over from the swap meet the other weekend? Hi, it's Danny and welcome to the Westbury Village Green Car Show. Is there anything on wheels day today? But unfortunately, I don't think this is going to cut it. Hey, while you're there, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I don't know about you, but things for me are pretty tight at home at the moment. So today I've chosen to jump the fence. Hey, follow me. Jeez. Where am I? Car show, that's right, car show. Village Green, Westbury, Tasmania. Hang on a minute. Where are all the cars? I'm sure it said the 19th. Hang on a minute. What? The 20th? I'm a day early. So now I've got the right day, and it always pays to pay, doesn't it, ladies?
Yes, it does.
Here's Mick here with a 71 hardtop Valley Grunt. How you going, Mick?
Yeah, good, thanks, Danny.
This is an interesting vehicle, mate, because it's been chopped up a little bit. I looked at the back of it and I thought something's not making sense about this car. So what's been done to it?
Well, it's a 1971 hardtop.
Yeah.
But I cut the rear off and put a CL back on, and it's
Yeah.
got CL front panels.
Yeah.
Because when I originally bought it, it was
Yeah.
just a rolling shell.
Oh, okay.
It had no parts at all. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mick's a bit of a valiant nut. That's how I can describe him. But it's a drag car. Is it a real drag car? Did it ever drag?
It used to race back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But since then I've retired it,
Yeah.
and I just drive it on the road.
You've actually put it over the pits and registered it as a drivable vehicle on the road.
Yep, took the roll cage out,
Yeah.
put it back to, drivable.
Yeah. What's it got under the bonnet, mate? Tell us about it.
It's got a 440 big block in it.
Yeah.
TCI competition trans, 9-inch rear.
Bit of a head turner, eh?
Yes, it definitely is.
I'll tell you what, it suits you too, mate. I can just
Thank you.
imagine you going down the road looking real cheesy.
Yeah.
Brewsters got a 64 XM Falcon. This is a fantastic looking car, mate. You've only had it for a couple of years.
Yeah, bought it off a bloke down Sprayton.
Yeah?
Yeah, so initially came from Victoria.
Oh, okay. Now,
Yeah, so-
the original owner actually walked past him a minute ago and said, "Hey, mate, is this thing for sale?" And what did you say?
Not now.
No. I remember years ago, like you'd be just driving past a paddock and seeing about 4 or 5 of these rusting
everywhere.
out in a paddock everywhere.
Yeah.
But now you can't see them, can you?
Yeah. If you do, you've got a job to get them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People won't part with them, will
No,
they?
exactly. No.
So it's not a 2-door; it's a 4-door sedan.
4-door,
This one.
yeah, 4-door sedan. Yeah.
Any modifications to the engine or anything like that?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got 289 badges. Haven't changed that yet. It's
Yeah.
302.
Yep.
C4 auto.
Yep.
XD discs
Yeah.
on the front. Short and XY diff.
Yes. You've
Yeah.
done a few bits and pieces to it.
Oh, that was
haven't you?
all on there when I bought it. So
Yeah,
I bought it
okay.
as it is.
Yeah. No, she's a great old car. The kids love it, wouldn't they, when they see it?
Oh yeah. The funny part about it, the old lap sash seat belts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And granddaughters 12 and 9.
Yeah.
I took them for a drive one day and I got in and they said, "Poppy, how do we put the seatbelt on?" So just
That's great, isn't
the
it?
old school.
Oh, there's just something about these cars. Every time I look at them, they look like a banana. They've got like a natural bend in them, haven't they?
Yeah, the slope.
Yeah,
the
it
slope.
is. No, they're a great car. Thanks for your time on that.
No worries.
Steve has got an amazing 1960 FB Holdin. This is a beautiful looking car, Steve, and it's pink. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, the car started life, it was the nun's car for the first part of its life. When we think 1972 was the last time they used it, and it was just parked in a shed.
Yeah, okay. When did you pick it up?
I picked it up around about 2008 or 9.
And what sort of condition was it in then?
It was fairly rough because it had been taken out of the shed and parked underneath pine tree.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you've done a bit of work to it.
It's had extensive pulling apart and putting it all back together. We use it. It's not a daily driving actually, but we don't care where we drive it. We've just done the trip up to New South Wales with the green car that's parked next to us.
Okay.
But here in Tassie, we tow a caravan with this.
Oh, that's great.
The caravan was built in 1946 and is painted to match the car.
You should have bought it out.
Oh, well, if you're at Railton, it'll be at Railton.
I noticed you didn't have an interior light cap. You probably still sourcing one of those, so somebody's got one out there. It was back in the day where you could just leave the kids in the car and the door was slightly open, the interior light was on. Of course, I had to touch it with my finger and I burnt my finger. Well, I wasn't satisfied with that. These things come out with a cigarette lighter, and by the way, this one hasn't even been used, so there you go. I pulled it out and I put it on the end of my finger. Of course, I burnt my finger as well. So plenty of memories in the old FB, I can tell you. Yeah.
Well, if you like to sit in there and leave the door open for a while,
we can replicate it.
Yes, I can bring back memories for you.
No, thanks. Has got one of my favourite cars here, a 65 Ford Cortina. I'm so glad I come across this because it's bringing back so many memories for me. Those motors, you cannot kill those motors. They are so strong and so reliable, and the best part about it, you can actually play with them, can't you?
You can climb in there and work on them. In reality, you can climb inside there and do what you have to do and climb back out again.
Don't you like the fact you can actually just tinkle with it and muck around with the mixture screw or the idling? My father was always under the bonnet because he wanted to, save fuel, of course, or make it go a little bit faster. And these cars were so great for that. In fact, they did a few rounds of Bathurst, didn't they?
They won Bathurst, I think, in 64 and 65, I think. Or it may have been 65 and 66, I'm not quite sure.
I mean, when you think about that now, compared to the standard of what they're racing at Bathurst now, it's a bit hard to comprehend, isn't it, really?
They were a proper little car. Not
like the new ones. Yeah. Getting pretty scarce these days too, aren't they? Really?
They're slowly improving in value.
Yeah.
Not like the GT Falcons, of course.
No, that's right.
But they are slowly sneaking up. Yeah.
But they did bring a GT version of this one out, didn't they?
They did. And they also made a GT version for Bathurst.
Yeah.
Called the GT 500.
Yeah, they did too. And they used to absolutely fly and handle really well, didn't they?
Yeah, they were nimble.
So what made you buy one of these?
I had one. It was my first car.
Was it?
And my wife.
I love these stories.
She had her first car was the same as this.
Yeah. So you met her in a car park one day and go, "Hey, baby, same car, you and me."
No, not quite like that.
So I've interrupted Gary here having his cup of tea. How you going today? Good, mate?
Good, mate.
Beautiful FJ here, mate. I really like this. Now, you've only just started doing this one up.
Yeah, this one I bought approximately about 12 months ago.
Yeah.
From a bloke, Spider Johnson, in Swansea, and he had the basic car, and since then we've spent a couple of months working on it. And,
you're a bit of a glutton for punishment because this is not the only one you got. He's got a few others. You've probably seen the it was an FX in one of my other videos as well, so make sure you check that out. I think it was the Woman's Estate one. But so you love your cars.
I do love my cars.
Yeah. And aren't these a great shape?
Well, they are. Yeah. They're a sexy shape, and the other thing about them too is.
Speaking of sexy, you better turn around so I can see you in the camera, mate.
The thing I really love about them is if they don't go, that's only petrol and spark. There's nothing else.
Bit of a common theme around the talk today, Gary, because we were talking that very thing about the last person spoke with a Cortina. You can play with them. You can, you can lean them off a bit so you get a bit more fuel economy. And trust me, we need it at the moment, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we
really do.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the wide rims on these. Are they hard to get hold of now?
They are. They're very difficult to get hold of now. Yeah. I've been trying to buy them and putting them away.
Yeah.
Just because I want different offsets and that. So.
And they tell me years ago they used to get them and polish all the paint off them so they were steel, and then just polish the actual steel of them as well. Because you didn't have mags those days. What engine's in this one?
This is a grey motor.
That's the grey motor. Yeah, they're a good old motor, aren't they? Just
very
tick
good.
Along.
Yeah.
And I noticed you got the old twins on it there, mate.
Yeah, twin carburetors and extractors. And,
so what top speed would this pull?
Oh. This one probably be about, I don't know, 80 to 90 mile
80
an
to
hour.
90 mile an hour. He only
Yeah.
says that because there was a copper over here.
Yeah.
Right? So-
FX goes pretty well.
Now look, Gary, you've come a fair way to beat this car show today
Yep.
because you live out in the sticks, so to speak. So can I just say thanks for bringing along to the car show today and all
Not
the
a problem
cars
at all, my
and
pleasure.
all the other car shows. I've seen your cars around
Yeah.
and they're really great. And I know a lot of people out there really, truly appreciate you bringing them along to these car shows.
Thank you.
They're great to look
My
at.
pleasure.
So this little Mini right here is spinning me out. Steve, it's a 1980 model, you tell me.
That's right.
Okay, a little bit different because look what's under the bonnet of this thing. Tell me all about it, Steve.
That's a Honda VTEC engine. It's a B16A.
That is squeezed in there, I can tell you. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable how that's squeezed in there. Must have took a lot of time.
A couple of years of work, yeah. For
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, these things have got a reputation for going like the clappers anyway with their normal Mini engines. You've put this thing in there. What sort of speeds or times are you getting out of this thing?
Well, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say top speed wise because I never really tried it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And you're a law-abiding citizen.
absolutely. Yeah. But it's
Good on you, mate.
but it's got a red line of 8,200,
Wow.
and I've got the 5-speed Honda transmission on it.
Yeah, okay. So what made you do that?
Well, I always wanted a twin cam Mini.
So the interior of the car, I did notice the steering wheel's on the wrong side. What's to
Yes.
go with that?
Well, I bought the car in 1999 in
Yeah.
Greece.
Yes.
It was made in Senaf, Belgium for the European market.
Oh, so it's
So
naturally.
it's naturally left-hand drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you go driving a left-hand
Well,
drive here?
it's no problem at all. The car's so small,
Yeah.
I can put it almost anywhere on the road
Excellent.
without an issue.
Any other projects in the shed that you're doing at the moment?
I'm thinking about doing something, but
Yeah.
I've got to persuade my wife to.
Yeah, it's this stuff, isn't it, too? Space and money. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Gay's bought a beautiful FJ along today, and what sort of attracted me to this car was when I looked in the window, the old-fashioned setup with the cup of tea and the biscuits, just like old times, Gay.
Just like old times, all homemade.
Yeah, so these are really rare these days, original ones, and there's a few stories to tell about these particular cars. My dad had one of these, and I think it was the very first time he took my mum out on a date. And his FJ had all these holes in the floor and there's this smoke coming up through it. It was unreal, but apparently they used to rust a fair bit through the floors. And he said he didn't have a heater in it, right? So he used to take these side panels off the side of the gearbox just to keep warm.
Keep the warmth in.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Have you done that in yours?
No, not quite that, but we could have had a meal cooked one day in ours. We
Yeah.
were going to a car show at Devonport.
Yeah.
We could smell this rubber burning. We couldn't figure out what it was. We stopped and lifted the bonnet.
Oh, no.
Nothing burning, nothing. Everything's all right. Tyres were right. Went a bit further. No, stopped again. So we thought we'd open the boot, and I had a picnic bag in there
Yeah.
packed with cakes and sandwiches.
Bit like what you've got in there now.
Yes, and the exhaust had got a bit hot.
Oh no!
And it toasted the sandwiches, melted the bag, and melted every slice. I had.
That is great. I mean, most people would be worried about the fact that the car's been sitting in the shed for a while. Things deteriorate. So when you're on your way to the Westbury Car Show, things overheat or melt or something goes wrong. Never thought it'd be a picnic basket nearly catching on fire.
No,
My goodness!
it was stuck to the floor.
What a-
It had actually welded to the floor.
Oh, what a great story that is. Now, you love the car?
Love the car. It was
Yeah.
born in 1953, and
Yes.
everything born in 53 is a classic.
Yes. So how long have you actually had this car for?
We have had the car for 6 years.
Yeah.
The gentleman that we bought it off passed away
Yeah.
not long ago, but
Yeah.
he was only a young man, a friend of ours.
Yeah.
And he was talking to my husband and I at the Bridport FJ. We had a big national
Yeah.
one down there, and he
Yes.
said, I've got one of those at home. And I just said to him, Adrian, be careful, because there's going to be 2 really quick questions fired at you.
Yeah.
Do you want to sell it, and how much?
Yeah. That's exactly right.
And it
yeah.
had been sitting in his shed for 25 years,
Yeah.
and people that knew Adrian didn't even know he had this car.
Yeah.
Not covered up, not a thing. We put a battery in. No, the battery was okay.
Yeah.
We had to get a new ignition, and we turned the ignition and it went. Same fuel and everything.
And I love the fact that you guys haven't got it all resprayed and everything like that. It's just
original.
kept in its original condition.
Original.
And I think that's more the flavour these days of these classic cars, just to keep it plain and simple and how it was originally back in the day.
Exactly.
And you get the good feels that way, don't you?
In the good old days.
The good old days,
Good
yeah.
old days.
We could talk about it all day, couldn't we? Eh?
We could. Oh, I could just talk all day.
She's saying she doesn't need a microphone. I'll tell you what, you've met your match here, I can tell you. Time to get really tough now. 2009 Commodore Utes. Brad, what a beauty. What made you get a Ute, mate?
Look, I've always been into Utes.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically here we got a 2009 SS Ute.
Yep.
It's
Tricked up a bit too, mate, by the way.
Got a bit done to it.
Yeah. Just a small turbo lodged in there?
Yeah, that's it. We just threw that at it.
Yeah. Now, is this the original V8 in it, or?
Not quite.
Yeah.
So it's fully forged 6.6 litre stroker motor in it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So you've done a bit of work to it?
Yeah, got a bit done to it.
Yeah, a bit lights in the back end too, I reckon.
Yeah, this sort of power, yeah.
Right, you should see the wheels under this thing. We'll show you right now. But they are 20 by 10, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you go fitting them under the guards?
Look, they fit quite well.
Rolled the inside, obviously. Yeah.
Had to roll the inside of the guard, especially pulling in and out of the driveway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's all
So
good.
you bought those wheels locally, did you? Here in Tassie?
Yeah, they come from Tassie Tyres, them wheels.
Yeah, they're good.
Yep. Yeah, so yeah, no.
Ka-ching there for Tassie Tyres.
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. And do you take it out very often? Do you use it like day to day?
Look, it comes out of a weekend. So it runs on ethanol on E85, so there's not many places to get it.
Yeah. Ever dragged it?
No, never dragged it. We'll do one of these days.
One day spin around down the quarter mile, mate, see
yeah,
what you've got.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I'd ever do that if I'd done a car up, because I'd be too frightened that I'd actually blow it.
Yeah.
It'd be nothing worse than spending 40 grand on an engine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Going down the quarter mile and poof, up in the cloud of smoke. It'd be devastating.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, thanks for showing us around the
No dramas.
mate. Well, there you have it, the Westbury Village Green Car Show. Another one, done and dusted. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and stick around to the end of the video, because there's a couple coming up I know you're going to love. Anything on Wheels Car Show. To be in it next year, I better have a car. So today, I think I better take this home, much to my wife's disgust. See ya.